who's Larry Mazza growing up, and kind of walk us through that progression.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I started out in life like probably, mostly every kid you knew growing up in your neighborhood, same family, good parents, went to Catholic school, was part of the Cub Scouts, the Boy Scouts,
Yeah.
all sports that there was, I played, including kickboxing. So I was very active. I was doing okay in school. I say okay because I wasn't a real bookworm, but I always got B's and A's without even trying. So I did okay in school, and I had a lot of odd jobs as a kid. I was a newspaper boy, then I was a bus boy. The normal high school type jobs. But one of the jobs I had to actually change my life, and it was when I was delivering groceries in a supermarket. And I started delivering to this woman that her name was Linda. Eventually, it led to an affair that lasted almost 10 years. So, it was real. It wasn't, a fake. There's a lot of feelings, and it altered my life, like I said, because at the time I was in college, John Jay College.
Oh wow!
And I was looking to follow my father's footsteps and work my way up the ranks of the fire department or something like that. And I was on the list, but like I said, I met this woman, and it just changed my path.
Your whole trajectory. But I want to go a little deeper before we move on this portion of your life. Is I always look at I always look at it like the mob Cosa Nostra, like in New Jersey, New York, etc. Growing up, is the mob was part of the Italian experience, right? And I get a little fascinated, I'm not gonna lie to you, about the guys who didn't come from the life, who went into the life, directly, like John Panisi, yourself, versus Bobby, who had the lineage and kind of heritage, if you will. So, what was Cosa Nostra to you growing up? What was the Mafia to you? Was it the corner, guys chilling, having espresso? What was the mob to you? Maybe at
well. Only because I had an Uncle Albert who was very connected with the Colombo family. But at a young age, I didn't realize what that meant. I knew he was different. I knew he was influential. He helped people in the neighborhood with little problems. He always had money. He was always buying us tickets to ball games. So we knew there was that other. He didn't go to work like my father did. My father woke up, went to the firehouse. So, and we saw these social clubs in the neighborhood with the guys sitting out in front with all the jewelry and the nice cars. But we never really were told it was the Mafia or anything like that. That word was taboo. Even my grandmother as a kid, mind your business, just go about your life. Don't mingle with them. Don't do anything with them. So we knew they were there, but at a young age, I was a little naive. I didn't really realize what it all meant. But the neighborhood I came from, yes, it was infested with mob social clubs.
And that was where in Brooklyn were you from?
Gravesend, Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean, that's
you're looking at Bensonhurst on one side, Coney Island on the other, Bay Ridge, Sheepshead Bay, and all those areas were prominent with clubs and restaurants that dueled as a club. But and they were headquarters for various guys.
But what's interesting about, and I always get fascinated when we kind of unpack, is people get confronted with decisions, right? And you were, in all intents and purposes, kind of a good Italian kid, right? So, like a guy like me, my mother really kept us away. I was actually related to Sammy through marriage. My cousin married John Riggy's granddaughter. Being again, we're from